Hey there, I'm Tyler and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to totally transform this front area of our house by hiding the ugly utilities behind this screen, building this raised paver step, and getting rid of some big bushes and transforming the front of our home. I'm sitting right where the patio is going to be. It's going to stick out 4 feet over there and run 8 feet behind me to right over here somewhere. So we have like a 36 square foot patio thingamajigger. A couple of issues to work out with. I'm sitting here on the sidewalk and it kind of slopes towards you guys a little bit. And the top portion of that is not going to allow me the slope that I want away from the house here to make sure that that water gets away from the house instead of puddling back up against the house. So what I'm going to do, I didn't want to do this at first, is try to chip away this portion of the sidewalk here so that I can get proper slope. And then we'll bring in some 21 AA and we'll build up and put these retaining bricks in. Fill the whole thing in with 21 AA, compact that down, and then get our pavers on top of some sand in there and have a nice little patio. Let's get on it.
Here, you go. Come grab this. Ethan, stop. Pretending I'm a girl lady so you won't look.
I'm about to start sticking the second layer of pavers on there, and you can get an adhesive from a landscape supply store, but I have this weather sealant stuff from Titebond here. Not sure if you can see that. Now I've had it for a while, so I'm going to use it up on here. On the back it says excellent adhesion to masonry, stucco, and concrete, so it should work just fine. Our retaining wall pavers are all set up and sticking together real nice with that sealant. As you can see behind me, I got 2 holes dug already. This one I'm going to put concrete in, and this is going to be the hinge point for the screen that we're going to put right over here. And the one behind me is not as deep, and I'm also not going to use concrete, so that if I do need to pull this one up someday, because it is in front of the electrical, I'll be able to do that. Now it is below everything, so I'm pretty sure I'm not violating any code, and the gate will swing in and sit on top of this so it doesn't pull this over time. So I'm just going to level this out and pack it tight with dirt. I wanted to put these posts in before filling this with gravel because I want to throw the rocks up against this wall so that they don't want to run away on me when I pack the gravel in here. So I have a decent piece of property to take care of. What you're seeing here is actually only the front, and Greenworks Pro 60-volt tools available exclusively at Lowe's have quickly become my favorite, especially for something like a hedge trimmer, which you only use once or twice a year. You pop the battery in this guy and it starts every single time, and it's really quiet and very light, easy to whip out once or twice a year and trim up your hedges so you have a beautiful front just after you finished up everything else. Check out when you pull in the driveway every day. Check out the link below. That'll take you over to Greenworks 60-volt line available exclusively at Lowe's. Highly recommend you check them out. And thanks to Greenworks for sponsoring the channel. Right here I got a load of paver sand, also known as slag sand, I suppose, and we'll try to put about 1 inch or 2 on top of the 21 AA we put down. So I compacted this down by hand. Of course it's not as good as a powered compactor, but I really don't want to go rent one for something like this, and I've had great success with the hand compactor in the past. So we're going to put the slag sand down and compact that down, and then we'll follow up with the pavers.
Did you just get
I did forget to mention that it rained on that 21 AA base last night on top of the water that I put down on it before. So I was very happy with the stability of that base. So now we got the paver sand on there now. I want my high point to be that back corner and my low point to be the corner up here. So we're going to make sure we have a proper slope. I'm going to compact it down. I'm going to soak this one down as well to make sure we have a nice firm setting for those pavers before we start laying them. I have wet down the slag sand twice, compacted it twice. I think we are pretty good to go. And I'm going to go with a pattern that requires the least amount of cutting as possible. You can obviously go super extravagant with your designs. You can do the star patterns and stuff. It's just going to be more work, more time, and more cutting involved. And I would like to get this done because it's kind of hot out here. So I got my helpers back here. They're going to bring me some pavers up and we'll set them in. I am going to use, this is a 4-pound sledgehammer to help me keep things tight, tap things down. So we are down to the last row of bricks, and every one of these will have to be cut. It should be the same, but I would recommend measuring just in case. And a way to measure without actually using a tape measure is to flip your block over, make a line on both sides, and then strike a line across there so we can use a paver or concrete saw to cut these. That's too heavy for you. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep. Okay, it is raining cats and dogs outside. I don't know if you can hear it. You can hear a little bit of thunder, but by golly, this is an outdoor project, so we are not going to go in the shop. We're going to work out here in the garage. It is time to make this screen. We need 56 3/4 tall, 55 wide. Going to use some leftover scrap 2x6 and deck boards from various projects, and we're going to slap it together out here in the garage, and we'll get it up on the posts that we've previously put in when everything dries out. Want to put a cross brace on this thing so it doesn't sag over time. Obviously you can't buy a one-piece turnbuckle thing like you can get for little deck gates. Maybe a chain and turnbuckle might be something that will need to be added onto this later on, but I'm hoping this board will do the job, crossing all of these other deck boards and hold everything nice and square. Right now this is going to be near the bottom hinge, and I don't know if it would be best to hang this brace from the top and hold the bottom up, or push the top up from the bottom. I'm going to go with the bottom because there's going to be the most strength in the post at the bottom there versus 6 feet up in the air over there. We'll see what happens. Well, everyone, I could not be more pleased with how awesome this front stoop looks over here. It is wonderful to walk in at the same level as you're standing outside instead of having to step up. Highly recommend that. We have gotten some super heavy rain on this paver, and the concrete and sand in between the pavers worked out fantastic. None of that has washed away at this point. I really hope that this video has given you some ideas, whether it's building a raised paver step like that or hiding all of your ugly utilities behind a movable screen like that. If it did, please hammer that thumbs up button as it helps us out and gets this video in front of more eyes. Big thanks to Greenworks for sponsoring this video. Check them out, link in the description. I'm DIYTyler, and you guys have a good one.